Frozen honey. It is the hottest trend right now. And everybody from young people on TikTok to celebrities are all trying out this new trend. But it doesn't come free from a few issues. The biggest one being the fact that apparently you can feel quite sick from it. I mean, we shouldn't be that surprised that eating that much sugar in one sitting can make you feel sick to your stomach. But after doing just a little bit of research, I saw so many articles by different doctors highly advising against it, which naturally made me want to try it even more. But you know me, we aren't gonna do this the usual way. In fact, today I'm going beekeeping for the very first time. But wait, hold on just a second. I know you want to see me put on this beekeeper's outfit, but before I do it, do me a huge shout out and go down and toss a like on the video. If you won't do it for me, do it for my cute little baby hamster Pesto. He is literally such a nugget, and all he wants is for you to toss a quick like on the video. All right, back to it. With just a few clicks of a button, I got myself a full beekeeper suit. This baby right here is gonna be one of my prized possessions for many years. Never in a million years did I think I'd be doing something like this. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. Let's head to meet the beekeeper. We are en route. We're just a couple minutes away from the bee farm, and I am super excited. But I did have to take off the suit because it was incredibly hot. All right, we're pulling up. The beehive looks to be, is it somewhere in the back here? I am pretty scared of bees. My brother is perhaps almost deathly allergic to them. I've been stung enough times to know that I don't want to be stung again. We just talked to the keeper of these hives back here, who said that some of them have been a little bit testy lately. If anyone's getting stung, it's Manny. It's not me. No. Well, we are suited up here. I'm actually feeling kind of ready for this. I know I'm gonna get stung. Manny looks absolutely absurd. I mean, I don't really know what to say right now. Manny, you're fired.
It's a wooden box with screen on both sides. There's 13,000 bees in there, and inside of there, there's a little cage. This is basically the queen cage, and this is melted candy. So in one end, there's candy, and here's a queen with 3 or 4 attendants.
If you buy new bees to start new hives, they send you the queen is all protected in this one.
She's protected in this package.
Got it.
They steal those bees from a whole bunch of hives, and then they're raising queens in a different yard. They package up the queens, they put them in a box with a can of sugar syrup and 13,000 bees. Her pheromone is what they identify with. And in order for them to get that pheromone, they actually have to touch the queen. You touch me, I touch him, he touches Manya.
Don't touch me. You don't want to touch me.
So these are nucleus. It's a smaller hive. These are full hives with honey supers on them. There's queens in all of these hives.
So each hive, how many queens is in?
One queen in each.
One queen rules each of the hives.
Yep, they will kill each other. So if the hive were to lose the queen for whatever reason, and there was larvae less than 3 days old, they will make a new queen.
What?
So they'll make multiple queen cells. So the first queen egg that's laid, if that one comes out first, she'll run around and kill all the other queens in the cell. If they happen to emerge at the same time, they will have a battle, and the strongest queen will win.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just a queen battle. Yeah. And Manny, when a mother bee and a father bee love each other, this is kind of how this goes, right?
This is the birds.
Manny hasn't gotten to this stage yet.
Don't worry about it, you're fine.
Oh.
How you doing, Manny?
So what are you doing here?
I'm lighting the smoker.
And what is that exactly for?
To smoke the bees. So what it does 2 things. So when you open up a hive, the guard bees will stick their butts up in the air and send out a pheromone. Danger, Will Robinson, danger, there's something coming. We need to worry about this. The smoke indicates that there might be a fire. This smoke will mask that pheromone that they send out. It'll also make them think that there's a forest fire coming or something, and they'll start to go down into the hive and potentially start to eat up the honey in case they have to leave.
Why are the bees attracted to black?
So it's black as in dark, so any kind of animal that would be coming that could be a potential predator, like a bear or a skunk or something, they will send out scouts to figure out what that is, and if they think it's a bad thing, they will potentially sting it. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine, Manny. We got you covered, Manny.
Manny, you're screwed.
When they sting you, they die. If you get stung today on the outside of your suit here, you may see the stinger hanging out. Let's go down and check out this hive over here and see what's going on.
Manny, look over here where all the bees are entering the holes. Look at that.
So one of the things is you don't want to stand directly in front of a hive.
Oh.
So only because that's their flight pattern. So watch what's going on right now.
Oh my God.
So you might want to just take a look in there before.
Manny, check this out. And is that nectar?
That's sugar syrup. Now, that's my job, is to make sure that these guys are going to be strong enough to make it through the winter.
So now they don't look happy.
This is not a huge hive. So there's nothing going on in here. There's not even honey.
Not too much in there?
No,
okay.
nothing. There's nothing.
Wow. but they're all like, oh my gosh. Could I hold it? Is that
Yep,
okay?
yep. These are nectar bees. So that's all, see the shiny syrup in there? That's not honey yet. So nectar, whether it's induced from sugar or from plants, is about 25% moisture. Wow. So the bees bring it back, they put it into their honey stomach, they have a special stomach, they mix it with enzymes, they come back to the hive, they regurgitate it to one bee, that bee takes it and puts it in a cell. Then there are ventilation bees that will take and ventilate the hive, drawing the moisture out of the hive. They need to get that nectar down to 17% moisture.
They're sticking their heads into the holes.
They're probably puking.
Things are about to get wild.
If they were lined up along here looking at me, I would probably not want to go into this hive.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this is honey.
That right there is honey. And they've filled it up and they've sealed it off with wax. There's a lot. Whoa. That is a lot of bees.
So here's the queen.
Right there?
Yep.
The giant one right there.
They mark the queens with a different color. This is a little testy. These guys are a little...
Yeah, these guys are getting a little wild.
So that's also an indication to me there's a whole bunch right there.
Oh my gosh, man, look at that. Man, you probably get a real kick out of this, huh? Wow, that is a lot of honey.
See how they build it more?
Yep.
See how it's thicker on that bottom part? Yeah,
yep.
We want that.
We want that.
So this frame would be basically pretty much almost done.
This side's done. Yeah. They can't even put any more honey.
A little bit in the corners, but we consider 90% done.
So here, you're just taking a nice big scoop of the honey, huh?
Yeah.
Wax and everything.
Wax and everything.
Oh, wow. Here we
Ready?
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, wow. That's really good.
I got some on you. So that's a light honey. So this is a spring honey. Through the season, the honey gets darker and darker depending on the different types of plants that are blooming. So hopefully we'll get some fall honey this year.
They're really trying to sting me.
No, they're not.
They want me.
If you take a little scoop of honey and you expose it to the air, so within 10 minutes, bees up to 2 miles away will sense that honey and come to it.
And we just did that.
And we just did that. So you don't have to worry about it, you're fine. The bees travel a 2 to 3 mile radius around the hive. Within that 2 to 3 miles, they will collect all the nectar and pollen that they need. Bees can look for honey in other bee hives, so they could come in and potentially attack and kill an entire hive. I've seen it happen in like minutes. The bees will be at the front here and there is a war going on and they are just clumps of bees falling on each other like waterfall.
So we now have this full frame of honeycomb. We are going to bring this back to the kitchen and make some magic, but thank you for having us here today.
You're welcome. I see, Manny, the bees aren't really aggressive.
I know, no.
They like you.
No, they were nice.
They were very nice. They're very well behaved today.
You hear so much about bees and how important they are, so it's pretty cool.
Regular.
What the f is going on? It's been like 30 minutes. What was he? Where was he? What the hell? Oh my God. Get out. Get out. Shoo. We just felt like we deserved a little cake pop as a reward for being so brave today. So we're going to grab ourselves a cake pop. Can I get one? No, you're not getting one. Shut up. Yes, hi. Could I just please get one of each of the cake pops, please?
How are you?
How are you? Thank you. They're definitely making fun of me.
Do you have bees?
Do I have bees?
Yeah.
We went beekeeping, but we just got back from beekeeping, but I already found one on me half an hour later, so I still got the suit on.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, they're laughing. Yep. Thank you so much. Have a good one. That was great. We are back and we have a full frame of honeycomb to work with. First things first, I'm gonna show you how to separate all the wax from the honey and then we can toss it in the freezer. To start, I just wanna tell you how incredible and aromatic and floral this honeycomb here smells. All of this right here, of course, is wax and it smells just like that. But through all that wax and in that honey is this incredibly powerful flavor that I've never really smelled with honey before. To start, I just wanna scoop down the line. Watch and listen. As you can see right there, that honey is glistening. It really is gorgeous, and you can just tell by looking at it that it's gonna be good honey. First things first, we need to separate all the honeycomb from the frame here, because this needs to melt down in our pot. This is what will allow us to separate all of this wax from all of our amazing honey. And just look at that ball of honey right there. Into the pot we go, and we wanna make sure we get every last bit. I'll scrape off my entire frame, and once it's all in our pot, we're gonna melt that honey down. It doesn't take long for it to separate, and in just a few moments, you'll see a massive difference. After just a few moments, all that wax has risen to the top, and below this is our fresh, clean honey. Then it's time to strain out all that honey, a process I do several times to make sure it's super clean. After a little while, you should have beautifully clear honey, perhaps with just a little bit of pollen in there. Then, after a little bit of magic, we've frozen all of our honey, and I've decided to freeze it in a couple different ways. As a first step, I thought it'd be really interesting to freeze it in a massive block like this. As you can see, the consistency of this is extraordinarily unique. To me, it looks exactly like taffy. You can stretch it, pull it, do whatever you want with it. And as the kids are all doing right now, you can take a giant bite out of it. Nice and clean like that. Well, I also tried freezing the honey in an ice cube tray, but it appears the consistency isn't gonna let me play with it the way that I really wanted to here. It's still cool to show you the consistency of this and how incredible it is. I mean, the fact that honey can turn into something like this, just slightly different from its original form, is really cool. I just had to go and make a honey popsicle, and it seems like this one might have actually worked. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the world's first ever frozen honey popsicle. To demonstrate exactly how frozen honey works, I'm gonna take a bite right off the top, and you're gonna see how clean cut these bites can really be. It is the most unique mouthfeel of just about any food I've ever had. It's like taffy, but stronger. It is overwhelmingly sweet, and it coats your mouth with the most amazing honey nectar. I can also take nice clean cuts with my knife, something that you would never expect to be able to do with honey. Really what I like about this is that it's just unique, but again, don't forget the warnings from the doctors. You're gonna get diarrhea. The very last way all the kids seem to be doing it is pushing it out of bottles, and this is the most traditional technique I've seen done. The cool part about this is that it shoots vertically straight out of the bottle, which I have to say is pretty cool. I want to break down this trend once and for all. After literally going out and sourcing the honey myself, then turning that around and making frozen honey, including a frozen honey popsicle, I think I have a pretty solid grasp on the whole thing. And here's my 2 cents. I think it's totally fine to try it. Freeze just a little bit of honey and take a nice bite out of it. It is really, really cool, at least from a culinary standpoint, to taste honey in a really unique way. A mouthfeel and experience you never thought you'd associate honey with. But do I think you should be having entire bottles of it? Absolutely not. Diarrhea. As cool as it might look, it's not good for you. I want to give a giant thank you to all of you that came on this journey with me, and to everybody that helped make our little trip happen, because that was genuinely really cool to see. And I know Manny was really scared, but that kind of experience really gets me going. What are you doing, mate? Until next time.